Sanford Stadium in Athens. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Georgia Bulldogs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and some... Oh, a lot of space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
You know it's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
Gets away. Got rid of it just in time. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. A give to Brown. Makes it past the marker. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Right on the money. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Manning to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the middle. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
Now facing a third and long. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Got his man. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Escapes the pressure to his right. And they'll bring him down for the sack. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. To the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
Here's a give to Frazier. And the defense drags him down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Back to throw. It's Stockton. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
The kick is on its way. He's got it. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To throw, Manning. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Working well behind. Motion from the wide receiver. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the corral, but not before. He picks up the first.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. To the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Fighting off the defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've come to the end of one. To catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. This off extra time to think on third down. Manning from the gun on third down. Not able to hook up.
Got to give the defense taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field range.
And they'll convert on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, it's a heck with being it's just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're
Touchdown, Texas! And they 4 points. The AT unit on the field.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
So that drive covered just 44 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got his man downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Frazier. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Good-looking run, and I'll say this, I think to run the football, they always want to be really fit. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that put many running backs into the NFL. But it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here's the give to Frazier. There he goes.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Now, a 4th down.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll go with Frazier. Stop in the backfield, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great push and penetration from that defensive front. Manning. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about corner? Big tight end and keeping him from getting the first. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are bringing noise. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Version for this offense, and I tell you what, the struggle for this offense, they're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one, and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together, get one of those long drives going.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard, we're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Hand off for Brown. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Bears the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago, because when you he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game. Exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Complete to the left. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a first. Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. All the way back. Touchdown, Texas. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And how about the defense coming up huge? It looked like this was going to get really, really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer. Force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They looked like they were about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Running into the open space. They make the stop. It'll be 4th down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Arch is going to throw for it. And this will be incomplete. Forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Back to pass. It's Manning. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Complete downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this.
But the ball pops out on the return. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with taking on the Charlotte 49ers. And it's the Roadrunners win after the opening week loss. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking to the sidelines, there's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been able to get going and put drives together and score points. They've got to find something because this game's starting to creep along and they really need to make something happen.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Here's Manning to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Booster.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Quickly to the tight end. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Here we go. Sweep. Return. Go.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Here's Arch to throw. He's got him. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Working that left side now. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll move the tight end. Dropping back, it's Manning. Rushes on him. Touchdown, Longhorn. Made the grab in the end zone.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game.
And he puts through the extra point.
31, Georgia 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. That is a tough one to take. They had the... It's taken away by the pass interference penalty. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, he's got his man. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Offense with a fresh set of downs. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Arch Madness. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, it feels like every time this offense has the ball, they're scoring points. They are lighting it up. And through the air, they've looked virtually unstoppable. Athletes. And finally on that last play, we see a nice job by the defender in the back end on a deep shot or 50-50 ball and win. But if you're on defense, you're going to need a lot more of that. You're going to need some turnovers to get back in this thing.
Fires to the big fella. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26.
Booster, booster! Ready! Move, move. Ready, go!
Throwing Manning. Snagged out of the air.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go, ready!
Pulls and fires complete. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Squid! Jet! Where did he go?
Manning to the air again. Looking for a deep man. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
In this spot, he's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Wide receiver. Might have a chance. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And honestly, it's been about this game, right? We've seen this offense go lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Turning it on. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Black 14. Go, go.
They go play action with Manning. Finds the tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this.
Be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are real. This defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Trying to steamroll. Touchdown, Texas! That lead's a little more comfortable now as it goes into victory here in week 3.
Man, this has been has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continued. This is what you call having a great day. Their offense, defense, complementary football.
And he added the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick six right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
And they did tack on the extra point.
set to advance on the football. Let's go.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give out of the gun. Strong, firm tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that's just something you don't want to see a lot of as a defense, man. You don't want that running back getting to the second level where your defensive backs now have to make plays. Those guys are paid to cover. And yes, they are paid to cover wide receivers, to make sure that they don't not to make tackles consistently. So the defensive line, the linebackers, got to do a better job stopping this run.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And it's no good. He missed it. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind.
Georgia 7.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. I know both of these teams were ranked guys weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. Tyre, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear